All right, 5.3 is now going to apply these exponential functions into problems that deal with real-world situations, such as when you start investing money. You guys have done this formula several times, okay? So just humor me, make sure that everyone understands this formula. A is equal to P times 1 plus R to the T power. Does everyone know what A, P, R, and T stand for? A is how much you're going to have at the end of a time period. P is the principal amount. What's R? The percentage in decimal form. And R is the number of years. Well, if I ask you to take $6,000 at 8% compounded annually for 10 years, how do you do this problem? How much money are you going to have?
6,000. That's your 1.0. Isn't it 0.8? 0.08 because it's 8%?
Nope, 8%. You're going to move it 2 places over, it's 0.08.
Oh, I don't know why for some reason I thought it was 1.8. Oh, you're right. Okay.
So when you type this in
Yeah.
your, whoops, 6,000. One more zero. Thank you. So $6,000. Here we go. We're going to take $6,000 and we're going to add 1 plus 0.08, raise it to the 10th power, and you're going to have, after 10 years, $12,953. Remember this?
I liked this. I can do this.
Okay? Well, what if we compound differently? In other words, not annually, but what if we compound, flip to the next page, I put a chart here for you, so you don't even have to write this out. Annually, N is 1 time a year. Semi-annually is twice a year. Quarterly is 4 times a year. Monthly is 12 times a year. Daily, there's 365 days in a year. Hourly, there's 8,760 hours. Minutes, 525,690. And every second is 31,536. You're not going to be asked the last 3. You probably won't even be asked daily. But these are things that you should know. Do you remember the formula when you're compounding it differently? Remember the formula? I want you to write it down. It's A equals principal times 1 plus the interest rate divided by the number of times a year you're compounding times NT. So what's the difference between these two formulas?
That R is now over.
We have an N. That's it. We have an N. An N is going to be whether you're compounding quarterly, monthly, semi-annually, and so forth. So if you're doing annually, you don't need N. It's 1. You're back to that formula. So for this next example, it says, what if we have $4,000 and we're investing it 3 years at 6.4%? I want you to see if you can answer these 4 questions for me. What would it be annually? And just write it out like this. So $4,000 times, oh, it's 6.4%, so it's 0.064, my bad. $1.064 and raise it 3 years. Did you get $4,818.20? Yes or no? Okay, so what would it be if it were quarterly? $4,000 times 1 plus 0.064 over 4, and then 4 times 3 power. Now, you could do this all in one shot if you wanted to on your calculator. 4,000 times 1 plus, and then I'm gonna do parenthesis, 0.064 divided by 4, parenthesis, parenthesis, raise it to the 12th power. And I got $4,839.32. If it were monthly, what would be different?
Reduce the, maybe 12.
12, and then 12 times
So 36.
3, so to the 36th power, yep. So it'd be 4,000 times 1 plus, and we're gonna do parentheses 0.064 divided by 12, and then raised to the 36th power. I got $4,844.21. And then daily, what would daily be?
360. Whatever, 3 times 365.
So on my calculator, 4,000 times 1 plus parenthesis 0.064 divided by, we're doing 365, parenthesis, parenthesis. Now watch how I'm gonna write this in my calculator. Raise this to the parenthesis, 365 times 3 power. Hit enter. I got $4,846.60. What did you get?
Pretty much.
All right, I just want you to read this next problem. We're not gonna solve it. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll give you a bonus question if you can solve this. This problem pertains to why you need to know how to do logs, which is the focus of when you get back from Christmas break, okay? If I say, here's $5,000, you're gonna invest it at 7% interest. Compounding interest daily, so what's N? When will the investment be $6,800? Could you set this up for me with my variable as what? T. Does anyone know how to set this up? Go ahead, Jasmine.
56,800.
You mean 68,000. Or 6,800. That's how much you wanna end up having.
Oh, I thought this said 5.
And this is
Is
five.
it a dollar sign or is that?
That's a dollar sign.
Oh,
Yeah,
it
that's a
is?
dollar sign, yeah, sorry. Sorry, these are dollar signs.
What?
Oh, okay.
5,000.
1 plus 0.07 over 365 times 365 T.
Okay, now, you cannot do this problem unless I teach you logs. So, this is what you're going to have to figure out. Someday you might wanna know, I have this amount of money, I need to get to that, when will I have that much money? And basically what you're gonna do is get rid of this 5,000, add these up, and rewrite it in log form. Okay? And we will do that when you get back from break. All right, last one. What's this last formula? Compounding continuous.
Third.
And that formula is PERT. So if you invest $4,000 at 5% compounding continuous, how much money are you gonna have? What's the amount at the end of 3 years? So what do? A, you guys have done this before, I know you have. So 4,000 times E raised to the 0.05 times 3. I get $4,647.34. What did you get? Same? And this is the last 1, 2, 3, these are all in your book, so if you wanna, go in the back of your book and check on your answers. So that is your homework. Ashley, we're done. Thank you.